number 10, we have birthing vagina cake. Goodness me, you know you're in for a top 10 treat when a birthing vagina cake comes to play, and it's only at number 10. So yeah, I'm really sorry about that. Once again. So childbirth is for sure a miracle and a beautiful time and all of that, but this cake makes me feel extremely sick, especially with all its chunky jam for blood detail. I would show you an actual birthing vagina on this list, which would be way worse, but I'm not allowed, so you can thank me for that. From childbirth to tooth decay, let's ramp up the vom factor a teeny bit.
Let's move right along into number 9. I think this woman should try to save her baby from the darkness evil that is right behind him. The woman looks super upset, as if she was like trying for so long to try to save her little boy from this evil, but it keeps coming back. Or maybe the reason why she's looking so serious is because she's the one that summoned this thing to take her child away. I would be calling Seaman and Dean Winchester from the hit TV show Supernatural, because you know what? They're the only ones that know what to do in this situation. Okay, so when you look at this picture again and really analyze it, it actually turns out to, it actually wasn't a scary picture after all. What it is outside the door there's a woman sitting down with her back away from the door, and I don't know if that's her like reflection, but she looks like she's a ghost or something. At number 8, we have this girl right here. I know what you guys are thinking.
Oh my god, Landon, there's nothing scary about this girl. She's absolutely gorgeous.
Well, if you guys look beyond the beautifulness and behind her, you guys can see that there's a mirror in the bottom left of this picture, and in the mirror is a very scary creature. It for sure doesn't look human, no idea what it is. I would probably get rid of that mirror as soon as possible and hope that the next day it doesn't, reappear in that exact same spot. Because if that's the case, you sell the house. Okay, here's picture number 7. Lucky 7 for some, others not so lucky. For this picture, not lucky. Okay, so this picture you're looking at right now is scary on many different levels, especially of what's going on in the world lately. This picture, you can see all these people posing with their musical instruments. You can see a lot of people have keyboards, there's a few guitars there. Well, is this real life right now? Because the guy laying in the very front, I don't know if you guys even noticed, he's posing with a gun in his hand, and no one else can see it but I guess the camera guy. I'm not sure what is about to happen. Is this guy getting ready to open fire on everybody there? Because recently we've had the attacks, in Paris where 137 victims lost their lives, 316 people were injured, and 38 deaths, and the Brussels attacks that happened very recently. And I don't know if you guys remember this guy right here, James Holmes, who went crazy and decided to open fire inside of a theater. I really hope we don't hear this guy in the news and he just killed all these people. I'm not really sure what he was thinking. Alright, let's move into number 6. We have this girl who I guess is trying, her best sexy pose. And it's almost like she's wearing no shirt. Well, although she tries to look great in this picture, she's actually scaring people. If you guys look into the background, I'll circle it right over here. You guys can see a hidden face inside of the cabinet. Someone is being a peeping Tom or something. What is going on? Let me zoom right into this picture because I know it's very hard to see at first, but you can see this big nosed creature that's checking out this girl. And I'm sure as soon as this girl realized that, there was scariness in her background and scaring all these guys away, she probably took this picture down from her dating website profile. Number 5, here's a picture with these 3 girls who's taking a picture from a very high angle. Trying to make themselves look the best that they can be. And this for sure is a trick for taking pictures. If you guys angle it, the higher you go, the skinnier you appear. So this is why a lot of people like this high angles. Well, despite their best intention for this picture to turn out great, it actually turns out to be a very scary picture. Look between the 2 girls on the left. And between them, under the girl's chin, you can see a very scary face who also wanted to get in on this picture. And the face knew exactly where the camera was. She's looking right at it. I mean, how terrorizing is this? And what's up with all these hidden faces in pictures? So I guess let's continue this trend because we have another very scary face hidden inside of a picture, and this next image is at number 4. Take a look at this. There's a lot of people in this picture, but the 3 main ones are these 3 people. There's one guy, there's 2 girls. And I'm gonna assume that there's 2 cameras taking pictures at the same time, because only the guy is looking at the camera for this moment. Well, actually, I should say there's one more person that looked at this camera at the right moment. Looking between the 2 girls, you can see this really scary devil girl who looks like she's covered in blood. Before she possesses us, let's move into number 3 very quickly. That could be like Carrie in the background, from that movie. In this picture right here, in at number 3, this girl seems, super happy. And she kind of angled this picture for us to see the back of her car window. So I'm looking at this picture and I'm glancing at it. I'm like, okay, what's going on? What's back there? Oh my god, look at this. There's this like freaking scary creature demon thing that is trying to break into her car. I would be putting the camera down and running as fast as I can. But this girl, for some reason, I don't know, is this like her everyday life? She just, oh, another creature. She's smiling and like, you know, let's post this on Instagram. I would be vlogging this thing because, I mean, that is a lot of views right there. There's a demon breaking into your car. But at the end of the day, I would be screaming and probably crying because I would be so terrified. What else is scary is this next picture in at number 2. Here's a class picture with a lot of young students and their teacher. I know I love looking at old pictures, especially at that age in school. You can remember who your friends were and your teachers. Well, their identities seem to be protected in this picture. Well, everyone's identity except for the freaking ghost boy's identity, who appears to be in the window of this picture. And I'm not sure if this school had a recent death, but this kid wanted to get in on these like memories so he can remember this for the rest of his life. Okay, so finally we've all made it into number 1. You can see these 4 people who are like the best of friends building a pyramid. The 4th person on the right isn't actually alive, like he's not actually there. What's going on? When I first looked at this picture, I thought there was 4 people, but what's scary is that the 4th person is actually a ghost boy who is still haunting this house and trolling pictures. So I don't know if this picture is real or if it was altered in Photoshop. If it was, this person did a great job. But if this picture is real, holy crap. It's this like little boy just staring at these 3 people as if, you know, he wants to join in on the fun. So I don't know if to be terrified or if to feel bad because he just wants to have fun. Number 10, we have this picture right here. At first glance, it seems to be like a normal picture of someone's living room, but in the background you can see, you know, it's a very nice day out, the curtains open, letting in all the natural light. So far I'm not seeing it. Oh, hold on. Okay, whoa, do you guys see that? What the heck is that? Look at the bottom left of your screens right now. There is someone's face just staring at the camera. They're staring right into your souls. If this picture is real, holy crap, it is time to sell that house.
In at number 9, we have pulled rotten teeth. So I think dental hygiene is really important. Why? Well, not just because nice teeth look good, but because this is what happens when you don't look after them. Behold, we have some rotten teeth that had to be pulled out as there was no way in hell they were ever gonna get fixed. Ugh. What makes me even sicker is imagining a tooth being physically yanked from my face. Ugh. If the last picture was almost enough to make me feel like I ought to never eat again, this next picture pretty much seals the deal. In at number 8, we have rat in a tin of beans. In 2010 in the UK, a whole rat was found in a tin of beans. The rat reportedly climbed in the beans in a factory and was unable to get out before it was sealed. It then died. In the beans. Seeing a dead rat in a gloopy cold bean concoction really is enough to turn anybody's stomach. Can you actually imagine being the person who opened that tin? Also, imagine the smell. Speaking of gloopy sticky stuff, this next image was taken from a video that, well, yeah. In at number 7, we have Trish Paytas' spunk face. Jumping on the 100 Layers challenge, YouTuber Trish Paytas, known as Blonde Sundoll on YouTube, said that she couldn't find a D to produce the real thing, so she ordered some fake cum from a site called Pleasure Chest. Now Pleasure Chest delivered her a product they like to call spunk, which simulates the real thing. She then proceeds to put 100 layers of the stuff on her face in a stomach squeezing video. So you guys are lucky that we've just picked one picture rather than showing you the whole thing. As of the time of this recording, the video has been watched over 1 million times and has had almost 50,000 dislikes. Because, Okay, so where do we take it from there? To a rotten toe, of course. There we go. In at number 6, we have severe trench foot. So trench foot can happen when a foot has been left in a damp condition for too long and the surface tissue of the foot has blackened and died. I mean, feet are not ideal at the best of times, but a rotten one? No thank you. I was actually searching for foot fungus, but not even you guys can handle that, so again, thank me for leaving that out. So as you know, this is the top 10 pictures that make you feel sick, sticking to the title but wanting to give you a little bit of respite. At number 5, we have an optical illusion. So swirly. So I don't know about you, but those eye puzzles and optical illusion things really make me feel sick. Like looking at them kind of makes my eyes hurt and makes me feel confused. These are the kind of pictures that can hypnotize you, and after a while, you're kind of just looking at them thinking, I just don't know who I am anymore. Yeah, all a little bit dazed, all a little bit sickening, my eyes can't really handle it. However, that said, I would rather look at a sick swirl all day than look at our top 4 pictures. Once again, I'm sorry. In at number 4, we have trypophobia skin photoshops. So ever since I did the top 10 phobias video, I have turned into a trypophobic, and this is the fear of small holes in clusters. I didn't even realize it was a thing, but ever since that video, I just literally can't. I feel not okay about small tiny holes. So what is even worse is that some people have played on this phobia, photoshopping the buds of a lotus flower onto people's skin to make it look like they have a horrible, like, tiny hole disease, like in this picture. And yeah, it really makes me want to vomit, and the people with Photoshop who do this to me just need to be stopped. Stop it. What is worse than fake Photoshop skin conditions? Well, fake photoshopped eye conditions. I just can't. In at number 3, we have trypophobia in the eye. So I don't think I can say anything about this picture other than it's an abomination. I want to be able to talk to you all about it, but it's categorically impossible as I'm fighting the urge to be sick and I don't have a change of clothes, which would make the rest of this video really awkward. Can anyone actually stand to look at that for more than 5 seconds? Because I just can't. So speaking of awkward and gross and all other bad things, let me introduce you to our number 2 picture on this list. It is a meat tent. Presumably some kind of art project. This tent made from animal insides is just, yeah, way over the line. I really don't like how it's been stretched to form a canopy, and I do not like the look of the squishy inside made up of insides. Nor, coincidentally, do I like the pool of blood it's left on the floor. The thought of climbing inside that meat tent for a night of camping is disgusting. I cannot imagine, like, well, unfortunately I can imagine how, like, climbing in and it'd be all squishy and all the guts would go between my toes, and worse still, the smell. Okay, you brave beauties, we have reached that number 1 moment in our top 10 pictures that will definitely make you feel sick, and we all knew that this was coming somewhere. In at number 1, we have pimple popping. So I'm really not good with any kind of popping, be it pimple or cyst, especially ones that involve all kinds of gooey liquid pouring out. So you can imagine how I feel about this picture. Like, the colour of that pus is just absolutely too much for me, as is imagining the hole it's going to leave in a person with all of that stuff just oozing out. Oh, okay guys, excuse me while I vomit. Thanks.
In at number 10, we have this image right here. It's of 2 girls who look super excited about life. Well, nothing seems to be scary when you first glance at the image. But when you look over the woman's shoulder on the right of the picture, you can see this really creepy person glancing right into our souls. This guy did his best trolling in this image. I bet you these girls didn't even realize that this guy is in the picture until much later. They probably posted on social media, and then other people were like, oh my god, do you see that guy in your picture? And it kind of seems like this guy does this often because it was so perfectly timed. Like, it's just this one eye glancing right into your soul. Well, what is scarier than that? Alright, number 9, let's see what we have here. So we have this woman who's taking a selfie in the woods. I guess it looks like a pretty good, scenic background, so it seems like a pretty good idea, right? Maybe she will post this on Instagram and get all those likes on it. Okay, wait a minute. Is that Slenderman in the background? Let's zoom in a little bit. Okay, whoa! I'm not sure if my eyes were playing tricks on me, but this looks like Slenderman is stalking this woman. Okay, before we get even more scared, I'm sorry for that if you guys did get scared with that jump scare. Maybe in at number 8, it's not so bad. Okay, maybe it is bad. This is a picture of a surfer, and if you can see hidden into the background, I've actually circled it for you guys, but that's a shark who is ready for dinner. Imagine seeing this while you're surfing. It would freak me out so much, I would probably wipe out and become the shark's lunch. Alright, number 7, maybe this is a lucky one, and it's not so scary because these other ones are just crazy. Okay, so we have this pretty attractive woman who's posing for this picture. I'm sure a lot of people are thinking that, you know what, she's a keeper. Well, actually, someone is probably thinking the exact same thing, and well, that's the person on the top right of this picture. Did you guys even notice him? Why does it look like a baby floating head in the doorway? This is beyond creepy, and this one for sure needs an explanation. Number 6, we have another scary picture. Here's another girl who just wanted to be alone and take pictures, but little did she know she wasn't alone on this night. This is the Grudge in the background. Oh my my god, is this real life right now? That totally freaked me out. Let me know if I scared you guys in the comment section below. Put hashtag I'm freaked out. Moving on, we have this picture right here that is scary for a few different reasons, and this comes into our list in at number 5. Just take a look at this picture for a moment and see if you can see what is wrong with this picture. It might be hard to spot at first. And no, there's no Grudge or Slenderman in this picture in the background anywhere. Okay, do you guys give up? Okay, let me help you guys out. Take a look at the girl's legs. Let me circle it. Her legs are bending the wrong way. I think she is the Grudge. Maybe she's the girl in the other picture trolling other people. How is this even possible? She has no knees. Super freaky. Number 4, we have something kind of similar. Take a look at this picture right here. This is a picture of a magazine. On this page, a company is promoting sweaters. You can see it looks like a happy family, right? Well, we have on the left to right, we have a son who is smiling, a mother who is laughing hysterically, and then you can see the dad and then the sister. But then wait a minute, let's go back to the father. Let me circle his hand right here, and then circle his left hand right over here. If these two are his hands, whose hands is this? Holy crap, this hand belongs to nobody. There might be someone else behind the woman. This is beyond creepy. Whatever this company is selling, I'm not buying. Number 3 is a very similar picture to that one. Okay, so maybe the last picture might have been like a Photoshop error because the editors of the picture wanted it to look flawless, but they kind of forgot to like remove that creepy hand. But this next picture, there's no reason for it to be Photoshopped. We're looking at a happy family with a mom, a dad, and 3 kids, and let's not forget the very cute dog. But if you guys look at the second smallest kid, you can see that there's an extra arm on her shoulder. Let me zoom in and show you guys what I'm talking about. This arm right here, who does it belong to? It's not the sisters beside her, because here are her 2 arms and the mother is holding the baby and the dog's arm couldn't be that long. Maybe we don't want to figure this out, so let's just move on into number 2. Let's see what we got going on. Okay, so we have the world's strongest kid. Okay, maybe not. Maybe we have the world's funniest kid. What do you guys think? Well, someone who thinks that he's very funny is the guy in the background who is smiling. Do you guys see him? Just look carefully. When you see him, you're probably gonna freak out. What is it with these weird things hidden in the background of pictures? This guy is behind the little kid's chair and he looks to be inside the like a chimney or something. I don't really know. Or maybe it's just a painting in the background with the creepy guy on it and it was just strangely placed. Finally, we've made it to the number 1 spot. We have this picture right here. This is a girl who was taking a selfie and she might not know it, but she also got a picture with the creeper behind her. I would stop smiling and run out of the car right now because I think there's gonna be like a kidnapping or you're about to get killed. This just freaks me out because I looked at this picture. Now every time I get into my car, I'm gonna be checking the back seat because you never know who's back there.